Welcome back to the channel Wisdom of Stoicism. Have you ever liked a woman, but she didn't seem to notice you at all? You tried being nice. You complimented her. You maybe even bent over backwards trying to show her you're worth it. And still nothing. No spark. No interest. Just silence, or worse, the dreaded friend zone. Here's the hard truth most men don't realize. Attraction doesn't grow when you chase it. It grows when you pull back and stand strong in who you are. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to have perfect looks. And you definitely don't need to act like someone you're not. What you need is stoic confidence. Not fake bravado. Not playing games. But true, quiet, unshakable strength. In today's video, we're going deep into Stoic philosophy and how it can help you attract any woman, even one who isn't interested at first. Not by manipulating her, but by becoming a man who naturally draws attention without trying. These are 7 powerful lessons from the ancient Stoics, the kind of mindset that made emperors like Marcus Aurelius respected by all and feared by many. By the end of this video, you'll understand what really makes a woman feel pulled toward a man, and how to build that magnetic presence starting today. So sit back, take a breath, and let's talk about what it really means to become the man she can't ignore. Number 1. Don't worship her beauty. Observe her behavior. Let's be honest. She's beautiful. You saw her. You paused. Your mind filled in the blanks with fantasy, imagining what life would be like with her. That's normal. But that's also where most men go wrong. You see, there's nothing wrong with appreciating beauty. But worshiping it? That's where the trouble starts. When you put a woman on a pedestal simply because she's attractive, you immediately put yourself beneath her. You give away all your power. And here's the truth, beauty is everywhere. But true character? That's rare. Stoic philosophy teaches us to control our emotions, to see things clearly, and to avoid becoming a slave to appearances. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And when it comes to women, how you react to her beauty reveals everything about your mindset. Ask yourself, do you start acting differently just because she looks good? Do you become nervous, overly nice, afraid to say what you think, just because she's attractive? If so, she's not the problem. Your perception is. Here's a mindset shift for you. Stop staring. Start observing. Don't focus on how she looks. Focus on how she behaves. Is she kind when no one's watching? Does she speak with respect to waiters, drivers, and strangers? Is she humble, or does she crave constant attention? Is she truly confident, or just hiding behind filters and likes? When you observe her behavior, you start seeing her clearly, not as some goddess, but as a human being. And that's where real connection begins. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine 2 women. Both are stunning. One is generous, laughs with ease, and listens with interest. The other is cold, entitled, and talks only about herself. If you can't tell the difference, you're probably focused on the wrong things. Don't be the guy who falls for a face. Be the man who seeks depth. And here's something powerful. When you stop worshiping beauty, women feel it. They sense you're not easily impressed, that you have standards, that you're not hypnotized by their appearance. And that's attractive not just to them but to everyone, because you're no longer trying to impress her, you're trying to understand her. You're asking better questions. You're noticing little details. And most of all, you're calm. You're in control. That's what Stoic men do. They don't chase sparkle. They study substance. So next time you meet a woman and feel drawn to her looks, take a breath. Admire, don't obsess. Appreciate, don't idolize. And above all, observe. You'll be amazed at what you learn. Not just about her, but about yourself. Number 2. Stop chasing her. You are the prize. Let me tell you something that most men never hear. You are the prize. But here's the problem. Somewhere along the way, you were taught that you have to chase women. You were told that if you just text her enough, buy her enough things, compliment her constantly, and show her you're available 24/7, then maybe, just maybe, she'll pick you. That mindset, that's exactly what's pushing her away. You see, when you chase someone, you send a message, You're more valuable than I am. And whether she realizes it or not, she starts to feel it too. The mystery fades. The tension dies. The power shifts. Now listen. I'm not saying you should never approach a woman or show interest. Of course you should. But once you start chasing, once you start making her the center of your world before she's earned that place, that's when you lose all your power. The Stoics, guys like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, taught something powerful. Your happiness, your worth, your peace, it all comes from within, not from someone else, not from their approval, not from being chosen. So what does that mean when it comes to women? It means you stop running after them like you're desperate for attention. You start walking in your own lane, focused on your life, your mission, your growth. You become the man who is so focused on building himself that if she wants to be a part of it, she has to earn a spot in your world. That energy, it's magnetic. When you stop chasing, you become scarce. And people want what they can't easily have. When you stop trying to impress her, and instead focus on impressing yourself, your confidence changes. Your body language changes. Your presence changes. She'll notice. You'll walk into a room differently. You won't look around, searching for someone to approve of you. You'll already know your value. Let her see that you're not like every other guy. Let her wonder why you're not texting her every day. Let her feel your absence when you don't jump at every opportunity to please her. And here's the key, don't fake it. Don't pretend you're busy or act like you don't care just to play a game. Actually become that man. The man who is building a strong body, a sharp mind, a calm heart, and a meaningful life. That's what Stoicism teaches us. To control what we can and let go of what we can't. If she sees you as a prize, great. If she doesn't, that's fine too, because you already do. So stop chasing women. Start chasing excellence. And when you do that, the right kind of woman, the one who respects strength and values depth, will naturally be drawn to you. Because deep down, every woman is looking for a man who doesn't need her to feel complete, but who invites her into a world of purpose, peace, and power. That's who you become when you stop chasing. And remember, you are the prize. Number 3. Approach without needing her to like you. Most guys mess up right here. They see a woman they like and immediately think, I hope she likes me. That mindset is the first problem. See, when you walk up to a woman hoping she approves of you, you've already given away your power. You've put her on a pedestal. She becomes the judge, and you become the nervous applicant trying to win her over. But what if you flipped that? What if you walked up to her without needing her to like you? This is where Stoicism comes in. The ancient Stoics, men like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, taught one powerful principle. Don't attach your peace to things you can't control. You can't control her reaction. You can't control her mood. You can't control if she finds you attractive. But you can control your presence, your calmness, your confidence. You control you. So when you approach her, don't walk in trying to impress. Don't put pressure on yourself to get a number, or make her smile, or hear a yes. That's outcome addiction. And women can feel it. Instead, walk up with grounded energy. Like this, hey, I saw you from over there, and I just wanted to say, you have a confident vibe. What's your story? That's it. No pickup line. No trying too hard. Just a calm, confident statement with no pressure. Because when you don't need anything from her, she actually becomes more interested. Why? Because most men walk up either nervous or overly eager. But when you're different, when you're relaxed, composed, and clearly don't have an agenda, it makes her curious. She starts to wonder, who is this guy? Why isn't he trying so hard like everyone else? That's how attraction begins, not from pressure, but from presence. And here's another key. Don't stay too long. If the conversation isn't flowing, move on. You didn't lose. You won because you took action and stayed true to yourself. The Stoics would say, do your duty, then walk away. The modern version, say what you came to say, then exit like a king. You see, when you approach women with a mindset of strength instead of need, you become rare. You stop being another guy chasing validation, and you become a man who creates his own value. And that energy is magnetic. So the next time you see a woman you want to talk to, remember, don't approach to win her over. Approach to share your vibe. If she connects with it, great. If not, keep moving. You were whole before you met her, and you'll be whole after. Because you're not there to get picked. You're there to be you. And that, my friend, is where real attraction begins. Number 4. Flirt boldly, then pull back. You ever notice how some guys come on way too strong, way too soon? They flood her with attention, constant texts, always available, always agreeing. And what happens? She pulls away, fast. Here's the hard truth, brother. Being too available too soon kills attraction. Flirting, when done right, is like playing with fire. You light the match, and then you step back. You create tension, and tension is what keeps her interested. So here's the rule. Flirt boldly, then pull back. When you first meet her, make your interest clear. Be confident. Smile. Lock eyes. Throw in a playful tease. Be a little unpredictable. Show her that you're not afraid to put yourself out there. But don't overdo it. Because the moment she senses you need her attention, the game's over. It's like fishing. You cast the line, and then you wait. You don't jump into the water and try to catch the fish with your bare hands. When you flirt boldly, you show confidence. When you pull back, you show control. And that mix, it's irresistible. She'll wonder, why did he stop texting? Did I say something wrong? Is he talking to someone else? You've now created a gap, a little bit of mystery, and in that gap, her interest grows. But listen carefully, this isn't about playing games. This is about emotional balance. You're not chasing. You're not begging. You're simply showing that your world doesn't revolve around her. Think about it this way. Let's say you talk to her for 5 minutes at a party. You're smooth, you're funny, you lightly tease her. She laughs, she engages. Things are clicking. But instead of hanging around all night, trying to keep her entertained, you smile, say, "It was nice talking to you." And then you walk away. Now she's left wondering who you are, why you didn't linger, why you didn't ask for her number. That's power. Stoicism teaches us to control our desires, to remain grounded, to not get carried away by emotions, especially in relationships. So when you flirt, don't do it from a place of need. Do it from a place of abundance. You don't need her to like you. You're not trying to impress. You're simply enjoying the moment, and then stepping back to see if she meets you halfway. That's what separates boys from men. So next time you're talking to a woman you're interested in, remember this. Be bold. Make her laugh. Spark some tension. Then pull back. Walk away. Go live your life. Let her come to you. Because the man who flirts with confidence but walks away with dignity is the one she never forgets. Number 5. Challenge her. Don't compliment her. Most men try to win a woman by saying sweet things about how beautiful she looks. You're so gorgeous. You have the prettiest eyes. You must hear this all the time. And guess what? Yes, she does hear it all the time. You're not the first. You won't be the last. And she already knows it. But here's what she doesn't hear often. A man who actually challenges her. A man who doesn't fall for the surface-level beauty, but instead tests what's underneath. That's where real attraction starts, not in flattery, but in depth. See, compliments are easy. Anyone can say them. But when you challenge her thoughts, her ideas, or even her expectations in a respectful way, you stand out immediately. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're on a date. She says something like, "All men are the same." Now, most guys would either nod along awkwardly or try to prove they're different. But the Stoic move? You look her in the eye, smile a little and say, "Really? That's a bold statement. What makes you say that?" Right there, boom. You've created curiosity. You didn't get defensive. You didn't try to impress. You simply asked her to go deeper. That's confidence. That's emotional control. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and curious. We don't just accept the surface, we explore the mind. When you ask a woman thoughtful questions, when you respectfully disagree, when you don't automatically agree with every word she says, she starts to feel something different around you. She starts to wonder, Why isn't he trying to please me? Why do I feel more intrigued instead of just admired? Because you're not trying to be liked, you're trying to be real. And here's the truth. Attractive women are surrounded by yes men. Guys who agree with everything. Guys who shower them with compliments, hoping for attention. But the man who challenges her, who keeps his own views, who's not afraid to disagree, that's the man she remembers. You don't need to insult her. You don't need to argue. Just don't be afraid to question things with a calm, confident attitude. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know themselves." So stop being another guy trying to get her to like you. Instead, be the guy who makes her think. Be the guy who makes her laugh by not agreeing with everything. Be the guy who treats her like a human, not a trophy. That's what creates connection. That's what builds tension. And that's what makes you unforgettable, even if she wasn't interested at first. Challenge her. Don't compliment her. 'Cause women don't fall for words. They fall for the man behind the words. Number 6. Make her earn your interest. When it comes to attracting any woman, especially if she's not initially interested, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is to make her earn your interest. Now, this doesn't mean playing mind games or being rude. It means recognizing that your time, attention, and energy are valuable. And when you treat yourself like the prize, others will start to see you that way too. Think about it for a second. How many times have you seen men put all their effort into impressing a woman, giving her constant attention, compliments, and trying hard to be liked? And what usually happens? Often they end up feeling frustrated, ignored, or even taken for granted. That's because when you give your attention away too easily, it loses its value. It becomes expected, normal, and even boring. But when you hold back a little, when you show that your attention is something special, that's when things start to change. So how do you do this? Start by raising your standards. Don't just jump at the first chance to talk to her or entertain her. Instead, take a moment to see if she's someone worth your time. Does she have interesting goals? Does she respect herself and others? What are her values? Ask thoughtful questions that go deeper than small talk. For example, you might ask, what's something you're really passionate about? Or what's a value you wouldn't compromise on? These kinds of questions do two things. They show her that you're genuinely interested in who she is, not just how she looks. And they also set a tone that you're a man who cares about real connection, not just surface level stuff. When she sees that you're asking real questions, she'll naturally want to rise to the challenge. She'll feel invited to show her true self. But here's the catch. You don't have to respond to every message or give her all your attention all the time. Let her put in some effort too. This balance creates attraction. When a woman knows she has to earn your interest, she'll start to respect you more. She'll see you as someone with self-respect and boundaries, someone who isn't desperate or needy. And that respect often turns into attraction. Stoic philosophy teaches us to know who we are and to value ourselves first. Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." That means before you seek validation from others, especially a woman you want to attract, you must be clear about your own worth. When you understand your value, you won't settle for just anyone. You'll wait for someone who matches your energy and respects your time. This not only makes you more attractive, but also helps you build healthier, more meaningful relationships. Remember, attraction isn't about chasing or begging. It's about presence, confidence, and setting clear boundaries. You're not there to entertain or please everyone. You're there to be your best self and allow the right people to come into your life. So next time you talk to a woman, ask yourself, am I giving away my attention too easily? Or am I making her earn my interest? This simple shift will make a huge difference. It'll make you stand out from the crowd. Because in today's world, a man who values himself is rare, and that rarity is magnetic. Number 7. Leave before she gets comfortable. When it comes to attraction, one of the most powerful but least understood secrets is knowing when to leave. This might sound strange at first. After all, don't we want to spend more time with someone we like? But here's the truth. Leaving before she gets too comfortable keeps the attraction alive. Think about it. When someone is always there, always available, their value becomes expected. They become part of the background. That initial spark of excitement slowly fades away. But when you leave while things are still fresh, you create a sense of mystery. You give her a chance to wonder about you, to think about you when you're not around. This isn't about playing games or being cold. It's about respecting your own time and energy, and understanding that your presence is valuable. If you always stay, you risk losing that special energy that made her interested in the first place. Leaving early also shows strength and self-control. It tells her you don't depend on her approval or attention to feel good about yourself. This kind of confidence is magnetic. It's the kind of energy that women find deeply attractive, even if they don't realize it consciously. From a Stoic perspective, this fits perfectly with the idea of controlling your desires rather than being controlled by them. The Stoics taught us to master ourselves, to walk away from things that do not serve our well-being. When you leave before getting too comfortable, you are practicing that self-mastery. Also, think about the emotional rhythm of any relationship or interaction. If you spend too long together in one go, the excitement can dip. But if you leave on a high note, when the connection is strong, when the conversation is interesting, when she's smiling, you leave a positive memory behind. This makes her more likely to want to see you again. Another reason this works is because absence makes the heart grow fonder. The more time she has to miss you, the more curious she becomes. She will start to fill in the gaps with her imagination, often making you even more appealing than you might be in reality. Let me be clear. This doesn't mean ghosting or disappearing without explanation. It's about having healthy boundaries. You can leave after a great conversation, a fun date, or even a simple hangout, without feeling the need to stick around just to prove your interest. Imagine this like a good movie. You don't want to watch it when it's dragging or losing momentum. You want to leave feeling satisfied but wanting more. That's exactly the feeling you want to leave her with. So next time you're with a woman, pay attention to the energy. When things feel exciting and natural, and the connection is flowing, it might be the perfect moment to say goodbye. Walk away confidently, knowing you left a great impression. In the end, leaving before she gets comfortable isn't about trickery. It's about honoring yourself and the interaction. It's about keeping your own power intact and letting attraction grow naturally over time. Remember, women are naturally drawn to men who respect themselves and their time. When you show that you value yourself enough to walk away early, you become more interesting, more desirable, and ultimately more attractive. So, make it a habit. Leave before she gets too comfortable. Keep the mystery alive. Keep your power intact. And watch how this simple change transforms the way women see you and how they respond to you. Attracting a woman, even one who doesn't seem interested at first, is not about tricks or trying too hard. It starts with you, your mindset, your confidence, and your respect for yourself. When you stop chasing, stop worshiping, and start seeing yourself as the prize, everything changes. You become calm, strong, and magnetic without even trying. Remember, attraction isn't about forcing feelings. It's about being genuine, standing your ground, and showing your true value. If you can master this, you won't just attract women, you'll attract the right kind of women. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And tell me in the comments which point changed the way you think the most. I'm excited to read your thoughts. Until next time, stay confident, stay true, and keep growing.